Yo, what's going on, guys? Doug Sensor Martin here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today, if you guys haven't seen, we're going to be doing a new workout video. Now, this one is really special because we haven't done one in a really long time. So I need you guys to do me a favor right now. Smash the like button on this video. Comment down below what workout you guys want to see next. If you guys can tell, we're going to be doing some shoulders, a little bit of back, and a little bit of rear delts and some abs at the end. So this is my workout from earlier today. If you guys can tell, we're starting off with some military presses, and we're starting with 135 because shoulders are my strongest part of my body. They're my favorite muscle to work out throughout the week. Military press is honestly my favorite exercise of them all. So me and my team, Chris, Shane, and Andrew, we're all working on our shoulders today. I get all my workouts from them, so everything you guys are seeing is something that I get from them, but this is a killer workout. We absolutely crushed it today. So we started with the military press, very standard, very simple, 15. Then we did some shrugs for 20. Now we're going a little bit heavier. We added a 10 and a 5 on each side, and I lifted it from the bottom. If you guys have a problem with shoulders, if you guys are starting off with this, I really recommend you just start with the bar. Make sure you have somebody to help you with the spot. I have a big ego. I'm just joking, but seriously, I probably do have a big ego, honestly, and I know that I can lift this weight without a spot. And as you guys can see, my face, I start making some really weird facial expressions whenever the weight gets really heavy for me. And my back's actually a little bit messed up from doing deadlifts the other day, so my lower back was really hurting, so I decided to use a belt. I actually took it off for this set right here, but when I was going heavy on those military presses you guys are going to see next, I was using a belt, and I really recommend you guys try the best you can to have the best form you can. If you're hurt, don't lift with your ego. Like, I know I can lift this weight, so I'm going to use a belt. I don't want to let my small injury hold me back from getting the gains and the results that I want to get. You just got to lift smart. You got to do it for a long time. I was telling him not to touch it because I want to be able to get this by myself. You want to try to make a 90-degree angle with your elbow. So you want to get your elbow down to basically where the Gymshark logo is on my shirt. And it's really good to see it in the mirror. So if you have this machine in your gym, I highly recommend you guys do it. We're going really heavy on these shrugs right now. So that was the most I could lift without just having a spot. I got 4 plates. I think we did this for 12 right here, and man, this is a murder. I really recommend you guys to do some sort of a superset when you train. And if you don't know what a superset is, it's basically when you go back and forth between exercises. So you guys are seeing I'm cutting from the military press, then I'm cutting back to the shoulder shrugs. So we're going back and forth and we're moving really fast, and we're training 2 different things. So this is more of a push, as you guys can obviously tell. This is a lot of weight. This is, I think, 205 because the bar is 45. You got 2 plates on each side, 2 quarters and 2 tens. So 205, that was a lot. And this is 5 plates on each side of the shrugs. Granted, it's a machine. It's a little bit easier to lift. I think I just cut off by accident. I don't think I got like 6 or 7 on that. So it was really tough to lift that. That was more of a pull though. So like I was trying to say, with the military press, when you do a push, you want to try to do a contrast to it. So do some sort of a pull that's also going to work on some part of your shoulders. So shrugs, really good exercise to build up those traps. It's a very common exercise. Everyone uses it. It's kind of like bench press for bench or squats for leg day. Shrugs are really good for your traps. It's probably only one of the only things you can do for traps. And then we decided to move on to this. Now this is really tough. Hear me out on this, guys. We did a shoulder raise in the beginning, which works on your front of your shoulders. Look at my face, dude. I am struggling. I hope you guys can try this too, and let me know on Twitter or something, or even in the comments of this, how you guys did doing this. Try to start with like a 5 or something, because this hurts bad. I mean, if you guys are more experienced, you could obviously do more weight, but we start off with a front raise, and then we kick it out to the sides. Keep your elbows bent a little bit, and you do a little bit of rear delts at the top. So we're hitting a front raise on the front of our shoulders and rear delts, and then we're supersetting that with these pull-ups. So I always try to get the bar up to my nipple line, or I guess I'm using the logo here for a safeguard. But as you guys go on with this workout, it's going to get extremely difficult for you to get the weight all the way up, especially when you're going from hitting the front raises to the rear delts. As you guys can see, you're making sort of like an L shape in the air, and it's extremely hard to control this weight. I know we're going light, but I'm telling you guys, if you try this at home, you're going to see, and you're going to get striations like this. So if you're a skinny gamer like me out there and you start doing this, you're going to start seeing striations in your back, and you're going to be really proud. You'll be able to pick up all the women. All the girls are going to be looking at you differently. They're all going to want to respect you more. And yeah, I would encourage you guys to start as soon as possible. Try this exercise out. Try this workout out. It was an absolute killer. I'm still sore the second after I'm doing this work. I literally am recording this the second after I just got home. So this was a killer. We went up in weight. I think we started with the 15s. We did 2 sets of them. I think we went up to the 20s and then the 25s. And we also went up on the easy curl bar. We started with the 90 on that. And then we went up to the 100s and then maybe even the 110s. So we went right into the 20-pound weight after this. And this was so much more difficult. So the first set, I was crying. Okay, I just wanted to lay down in the coffin and just stop and just completely relax. We went to the second set. I was done. I couldn't do any more. Now we went up to the third set and we went up to 20 pounds, and this was extremely heavy. I think we got this for 12. And I was just trying to control my breathing. I knew I was going to be able to get through it if I would just push through it. And there's going to be a point in your workout when you guys are training where you're going to say, no, I don't want to go anymore. I don't want to continue doing this. But that's when you got to keep pushing. That's when you got to go even harder, because that's when you're going to see the most results. So it's extremely important to keep that in mind. It's always you versus yourself. There's no one else out there that's going to push these weights for you. It's going to have to be you. If you want to get your body to look right, if you want to get into shape, you got to take the affirmative action. You got to take the control over it, and you got to take control of your life. And that's what the gym really did for me. It really helped me out. You know, as a kid growing up, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't really have a plan or a goal in my mind, but going to the gym and lifting these weights every day, and seriously on a personal note, doing this for me every day really gave me control of myself, and it taught me discipline, and it taught me how to just stay motivated and dedicated to something that you love. And that's where I really love going to the gym. You know, it just makes me feel good inside. So I hope you guys could see that from this video, and I hope you guys could learn something from it, and I hope you guys could feel the same way that I feel. That's my ultimate goal. So we moved on to the next set here. This works on kind of like your back, so you want to do a little bit of a pullback. So you're sitting over, you're going to bend your back a little bit. It's okay if your back's a little bit arched, because you're not putting too much pressure on it since you're sitting down. And I think we did this for 15 with the 50. So you want to get a nice squeeze at the end. I think I should have held my squeeze a little bit longer at the top. And then we went straight into this. So this is a very similar exercise, but it's a little bit of a variation. It's going to get more of your lats. So as you guys can see, I'm sitting more straight up, and I'm kind of doing a little bit of a shrug, and I'm squeezing my lat in a different area. So the first one worked more of my rear delts. This is working a little bit more of my lats, and this was tough. Like right here, I think I laid down. I'm not sure if he got me on it. I couldn't even finish the set. I think it was 15. I had to stop for a second, man. Like, I was dying right here. Look at my face, dude. I don't know why I make those weird faces. I know Chris got that on the camera. I always do that. I stick my tongue out. I make these weird faces. And right after that, I laid down on the bench and I put myself in a coffin position. I was about to go cry to my mom. But this is the last thing we did. We burned out. We took 15-pound dumbbells. We went all the way up. Make sure you guys have a little bit of a bend in your arms. And when you get to the top, you see how I'm twisting the wrist? Always get that little twist, because it's going to add that little more at the end of the workout. So I think we did this for 15 as well. We usually like to stay high with our reps. We like to do high intensity and do pretty high weight, actually. And we like to go really, really fast, because the faster you go, the more your heart rate's going to be going, the more your blood's going to be pumping, the more you're going to be sweating. And that's how I feel is how you get a better workout. So we like to do a little bit of abs after all of our workouts, at least 4 times a week. So for today, we decided to do some leg lifts sitting on a bench bar. Make sure you guys have a weight on each side of the bar so that you don't accidentally push up the bar as you're doing this. So you guys see, once my legs go in the air, I could be pushing the bar a little bit. So you want to have a little bit of a weight on each side of the bar so you don't accidentally do that, because you could drop it on your nose, break your nose or something. So it's very important to keep some weight on there. And we did 10 leg lifts, just going straight up all the way to the top. And then we did some sort of like a leg kick at the end. So you want to get a nice little bend in your knees and then kick all the way up to the stars. Just think about kicking as high as you possibly can. We did each of those for 10 and 10. And that was basically our entire workout. We hit a little bit of cardio after, did 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. For the last 3 minutes, went all the way to the top of the Stairmaster and killed it for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then went right into the sauna, did a little bit of stretching, and that was my entire workout for the day. So if you guys want to see more workouts, if you want to see any other variations, let me know in the comments down below. Smash the like button on this video. Hope you guys all have a great day. It's been your boy Doug Censor Martin, and I'm out, guys. Peace.